My very special guest is a youngster, a talented filmmaker by the name of TORIN Langen. TORIN, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Scott?
Great. It's been a journey for you for Fondue. I mean, you contacted me and I reviewed it, and I've been horning it around, and you're getting some good feedback. But before we get to Fondue, you have another film that you did called Trash, which I have yet to see it yet, which I will. But give listeners an idea about Trash, your experiences with Trash, as far as how did it go in film festival circuits, stuff like that.
My experiences with Trash. Okay, well, Trash was sort of an experiment, and the whole idea behind that movie was that I wanted to make something. I was sort of in between major projects. I had just finished up another short film called Case Study 2, which was a pseudo-sequel to something I'd done before. And I didn't have any other big projects sort of on the horizon, so I was just like, okay, I'm going to see what I can do with as few people as possible, pretty much no money, just whatever props I have laying around. And as a result, I made a film that it was a pain in the ass to make because I did pretty much everything, including acting on camera, so that's not exactly my strong suit, but I did it anyway. And I shot it over the course of a couple months, edited it, scored it, and all in all, I think it was either, I forget now if it was 6 or 8 months to sort of get the whole thing put together. And it wasn't something that I was taking too seriously because, again, I was just sort of using it to fill time before I went on to another project. But ironically, it wound up being, at the time, one of the more successful things that I had put together up until that point. And because it was sort of meant to be a shot-on-video homage, I put the short. It's only like a 12-minute short film, but I put it on VHS, and then we looped the movie again with a commentary track with myself and my one friend Mickey, who was he's also featured in my film Fondue, but he's also on the commentary track for Trash. And we made up VHS copies of it and started selling it online and at the convention circuits and everything. And I started submitting it to some more festivals, and it actually, for what it is, considering the way it was put together, it actually drummed up quite a little bit of a following, which is really exciting.
Oh, cool.
So that's my little spiel on that production.
Yeah, I think you sent me a link, correct? Yeah, I did.
I
just remembered
it's up
that.
on YouTube.
Whoopsie. Like I said, it's hard when you're working a full-time job, and then you get these films and emails, and then you not intentionally forget, but my life's like crazy busy right now. But like I said, I came across you. You sent me an email, and by surprise on Facebook, and you asked me to check out Fondue, and I said, "Oh, what the hell?" So when I saw Fondue, now as you know, I did my review obviously, and I think what I liked Fondue to the point is nobody said anything. And I think that's the creepiest thing. No words, just mass, Halloween time, and just body language.
Right.
And I thought that was incredibly superb. It drawn to me. And then, of course, being that I'm in the movie review world, and I started posting on Facebook about, hey, TORIN looking for reviewers for this film. Hey, you never know what responses you would get, So, so then you're telling me that, oh yeah, he contacted me. I say, you know what? That was so exciting to me that people are actually, when they see Gruesome Hertzogg likes a film, that people are interested in checking it out themselves. And I was really excited about the interest that you got from a lot of reviewers.
Oh no, trust me, I've been excited too. It's been completely it came completely out of nowhere because I'm not sure if I told you about this, but when I contacted you first, I didn't know about the following that you had. I had no idea that you had this sort of cult of devotees and everything. So when I contacted you, and then I started getting all of these requests for screeners and interviews and reviews as a result, it came completely out of left field for me. So thank you very much. That was one hell of a surprise.
Well, no problem. I mean, we try, as far as us reviewers, try to work together. There's some that does, but the majority of the base that you've got contacted with, we all stick together, and we try to spread the word for other films we reviewed. It doesn't always happen that way, but for some dumb reason, not dumb reason, but everybody was interested, and I was really excited. Like I said before, I told you that I don't think it would have worked the same with words, because actions speak louder than words. That's what I basically just put it as. I mean, you're watching it, right? Now, think about this. Now, what if they would have talked? Now, would the outcome be the same? No, I don't think so. But when he's pointing his finger and just like come here, I mean, that's creepy as shit. And then you got the Halloween mask, and it's like you see the eyes, and the eyes just tells you almost exactly what they're feeling or what's going on. Like the one guy was like really standoffish. I mean, he didn't want to go at first. He wasn't sure. But you mentioned about the hand. You said that maybe the hand wasn't limp enough. And I said to you, oh, really? I didn't even notice that. See, some reviewers, I don't know about all of them, but a lot of reviewers they should understand that if the film is no budget or super, super low budget, it's not going to be perfect. And like me, I noticed it for a brief second, but just moved on. I mean, that doesn't... If I like a story and if I'm really focused and I think the story is so cool, I overlook some of those things because it doesn't need to be brought up. Because what, are you going to get somebody to cut their hand off to make it look real? I mean, that's just my mindset on it. But
well, we're not going to get something that's like even if we got a more realistic prop, people are still going to look at it as a prop, because that's just
right.
We're trained that way. Obviously, we don't think that we're going to actually see a real severed hand there. I have sort of talked with a couple of effects artists, one of which is a friend who could build us a more realistic prop hand, but that's still something that's on the back burner. It may not be necessary. But it is something I've considered. But like you say, it's not something that is a huge detriment to the film. So,
right.
And the ironic part is, even though the price that I would get for the severed hand wouldn't be anything outlandish, I actually got a really good price for it. But it would still be about double the budget of what the actual movie was as a whole. So, because I guess I could bring this up. Well, I'm not sure if I actually should say what the budget was, because sometimes it's fun to suspend people's disbelief. But yeah, okay, fine. I'll say it was 2 figures. That's about it, and that was pretty much just gas money. So yeah, but no, it was. I only say it was 2 figures because I can't remember the exact number, obviously. But it was just made with whatever we had sort of kicking around. All the masks. Well, the masks when we were at the store the day when we shot the store scene, that's when we bought those props. Those were just what were there. So and the hand and other little odds and ends were just kicking around in my basement. And then the house itself, we found a whole bunch of like crazy stuff we could use there for sort of set pieces. And one of my favorite things is the door knocker when one of our lead characters pounds on the door. Just this little door knocker with some religious quote or something on it. That was just some people have asked me if we put that there, but no, that was all like at the house when we got there. So,
well, I'm going to let you give out some shout outs here. Do you got a list? Do you remember who all reviewed them?
Do I have a list? Okay, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go through the Facebook page because this is exciting for me that I'm probably not going to be able to remember everybody. But
that's why I want you to mention who it was. I want you to be able to show the listeners of your experiences and who has contacted you and stuff like that. I'm happy for you that you got a response that you did. I'm very excited about that.
No, I'm excited too. And again, thank you so much for sort of putting everything in motion. And it just doesn't bother me one bit because at least they've taken the time to sit down and analyze the film. But here, if I'm going through the different reviews that have come up, the most recent one is from my friend Aaron Allen, who runs this screening series out of Hamilton, Ontario, and that's called Fright Night Theater. And he also has a company which is sort of the umbrella I'm not sure what you call it, sort of the umbrella company for Friday Night Theater called Horror in the Hammer. So he just did a review for Fondue. And
Nice.
I'm not sure, should I send some of these to you and then you could link them at the bottom of the podcast or something?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, because this is just the most recent one that's come up. But he gave it a really exciting review, and there's a quote from him in the trailer, which is it gets into your head and festers there, which I thought was a very exciting quote to have.
That's pretty cool.
The other review was from Michael down at Search My Trash, or RE Search My Trash, which was a fantastic review, and I also did an interview with him just recently.
Yes.
So that was very cool. I did an interview with Forrest Day Jr. for the Scared Stiff Reviews podcast.
Yep.
So
Forrest. Yep.
Yeah, man. That guy's awesome.
Yes,
I
he
was
is.
very excited.
Yes.
And we have, let me see, Dr. Carnage. Dr. Carnage's World of Horror.
Yep.
Yep. And then I have yours here. So I think that's about all the ones that came up. But I've also got a couple of quotes from people who just who sent in odds and ends for the trailer. So I got one from Ronnie Carlson from FilmBizarro.com.
Ronnie.
I got one from, if I actually pull up the trailer here, I got one from my friend Chris LaMartina, who is an awesome filmmaker out of Baltimore, Maryland, who's just starting on his next feature, Call Girl of Cthulhu. And my friend Chris Alexander, who is the editor-in-chief of Fangoria magazine, so he gave me a very positive quote. And yeah, I think that's about it so far. And of course the Danny Motionless review, which I'm very appreciative for.
Well, speaking of Fangoria, James DiPaolo surprised me the other week. He said he sent me an email, and I have a lot of emails, and I don't check my Facebook page for the review site too often. And he sent me an email and he said, just want to let you know, congratulations, your quote is in Fangoria magazine. I said, really? So he sent me the magazine, and again, James, thank you very much. And then I just come to find out, I was just notified that I'm on Fangoria magazine this month on the Kiss issue for another movie. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't take too much. I'm not big on that. I mean, I'm not bragging or nothing, but it's pretty cool to be in 2 Fangoria magazines. So that's pretty cool.
No, for sure. Yeah, especially when like everyone sort of starts out their review site or their podcast, with realistic ambitions, and then for stuff like that to start happening is always like sort of comes out of left field and hits you.
Stuff. So, I'm glad that you got a great reception of people wanting to review your film, because it's deserving to be seen. It's very different.
Check out. But just while I'm on the air of sorts right now, I'd like to take the opportunity just to again extend a thanks to you and everything that you've been able to do for myself and for the film, and just know that whatever sort of reviews come from now they've been spurred on by your positive words and everything that you've done to help out. So I really do appreciate it, and thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. Like I said, I don't need that much praise. I mean, I'm just doing what I do, and like everyone else does, they find out about a film, they like it, they promote it, they push it, and hey, that's what we do. I mean, if there's films that we dig and like I told you, I don't review movies I don't like. I mean, that's what's the point? Mm-hmm. So, you got a review from me, so that means it's reviewable, and it was more than reviewable. I really enjoyed it. And, a big shout out to Forrest Day Jr. Thank you for taking time to contact TORIN and research my trash. Thank you very much for contacting TORIN. I'm just excited that people were, that pay attention to what I post. I mean, you figure there's like millions and millions of people on Facebook. I mean, how many times does people actually pay attention to what you post? And,
oh, yeah.
But I'm very excited about the reviews that you got. I mean, good or bad, doesn't really matter. Good pub is just as good as bad pub, and because when one person doesn't like it, 16 people might like it. Just the way the world works. But you're on your way up. You're a youngster. I said it because you're way younger than me. But you have the skill, and I can see a lot of big things for you in the future up there in Canada. There are some good Canada filmmakers up there, but you're on your way. That's all I got to say.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's I've got a few projects underway right now, and some stuff I want to start work on soon. I'm not sure how feasible it is to start on these productions during the winter, because if we're shooting exteriors, you never know what the snow is going to be like
Right.
from one day to the next. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope to have some new productions out there soon enough, and I'll be sure to let you know.
Yep, and tomorrow I will take care of adding the reviews to your IMDb for the movie. I will get that done tomorrow, I promise. I am off and fighting the cold, but it needs to be done. I got other film to do too, to post. I do a lot of work on IMDb for filmmakers as well,
Okay.
to help them out, because they're busy and you're busy, or vice versa, however that was. Oh boy. Anyways, Torin, again, thanks a lot for coming on. Apologize for having to cancel a couple times. My work schedule
problem,
is crazy. But you just keep up the great work and keep pushing Fondue. Keep pushing it, because people need to see it.
Thank you very much, and on your end too, keep up the reviews, because you're giving youngsters like me a bunch of awesome opportunities coming up. So kudos.
The one thing that I will tell you right now, this is amazing. I found out yesterday. There's a 15-year-old filmmaker,
Okay.
Anthony Curry, up in New Jersey, up in where Bruce Springsteen was born and raised. And I was talking to him on Facebook yesterday. He has a film called, I think it's called Movie Night.
Yeah, I know Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing an interview down the road. He's going to let me review it, but I'm just amazed. I keep telling him I'm very proud of you for being a 15-year-old, no matter if he had help or not. That's an amazing feat. I mean, you got yourself, you got James Colin Bressack, and Anthony.
Just because someone's young doing it doesn't mean that they're not producing something that's fresh and exciting or interesting.
Well, Torin, I'm 44 years old, so a lot of filmmakers are way younger than me. So if that's the case, I won't be reviewing films at all. But no, I didn't mean to call you that youngster. I'm just saying that you're young, and I want people to understand that you're young, and the work that in Fondue doesn't look like youth work. You get what I mean?
Right.
But brilliant. Again, I'm going to keep pushing to find out some more reviewers that might have missed my post. I will do a post tomorrow again, and I just wish you all the best, and I can, you are on your way. I mean, I'm so glad that you got contacted again for the reviews, and the more it spreads, the more people want to see it. So that's the whole purpose of promoting films on your podcast, my podcast. So
there you go. It's going viral.
Well, like I said, actually, your short film caused me to start a new website. It's called ghvirus.com. And what that is I go around looking on Indiegogo and Kickstarter and see what movies that are very interesting to me, and I will promote them on my site to help raise the money for them. I've done like maybe 8 of them so far, and it's coming pretty successful. People are checking it out, so it's very new. I mean, I think maybe 3 months down the road or 4 months, there'll be more people going there. So I'm hoping my whole purpose is spreading their movies like a virus, virus. So pretty clever. I just think of crazy shit, and it works. What the hell,
Well, it's working, whatever it is. So there you go.
I'll edit some of that out because people get a little pissy with me when they think I'm bragging, but you know how it is. But
I don't know. There's a difference between bragging and just talking about what you've been up to and everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Spreading the word.
Spread the word, baby, like a virus.
There you go.
All right, Torin, thank you very much for coming on. Give Mom a big hug and kiss for me, will you?
There you go. Will do. Great talking with you, man.
Take care, Torin. We'll see you.